Today we're going to talk all about buns, hamburger buns, and the wide variety of things that you can have wrapped around your burger. Hi, I'm Ryan from the Grill Top Experience, and this video is part of a series called Burger Basics, where we go over how to grind burgers, grill burgers, and this one is all about the bun. Everybody knows that the bun is the important foundation of the burger. If it ends up being soggy, the rest of it might as well be trash. Let me show you a few different ones that you can buy at the store before I go on to making some pretzel buns from scratch. Everyone is familiar with the sesame seed bun. It's a standard at most fast food joints and is perfectly adequate at getting the burger and the fixings to your mouth. But we can do better. Bagel buns are a sturdy option with huge varieties. I like pizza, cheddar cheese, roasted peppers and cheese, and the everything bagel. Now, cheese bagels have the added benefit that the hole in the middle is usually plugged up. But for the next one, I had to take a road trip. If you live far away from the grocery store, you probably used the white bread that you use for peanut butter sandwiches on your hamburger buns and hot dog buns. You just couldn't find anything else. And that is a pretty sad experience. But you can amp it up a notch by griddling it just like you will a grilled cheese, and it comes out crispy enough and holds up against that heavy burger without getting soggy. So we're going to grab one of those right now. It turns out that they're using the same sesame seed buns as everybody else now. That's a huge bummer because their bread was made in-house. Instead, I'm using Texas toast, which is standard bread that is sliced thicker than normal. You butter both sides and griddle it so that way it doesn't get soggy from the burger. GQ Barbecue made a donut burger and I'm really excited to try it. Pretzel buns are by far my favorite burger buns and they're hard to find at most grocery stores, so we make them ourselves. The recipe is going to be down in the description below, but it uses honey, water, yeast, and flour. You'll notice that we weighed out the flour for more accurate measurement. Add the salt and the melted butter. Before kneading it for 4 or 5 minutes, it should go from a shaggy to a smooth dough and it doesn't stick to the sides of the bowl. Take it out of the bowl, make it into a smooth ball, and cover it for an hour or two until it doubles in size. After the rise, take it out of the bowl and portion it out to 3.5 ounce dough balls. We experimented a bunch and found that if you go much over that, you end up with a huge bun, and if you go under it, all you have left is a slider. And this is where things get a little bit tricky, but Mrs. GTE makes it look easy. So tell us what you're doing here.
The point is to get a ball with a smooth, tight top surface. Roll it on the table like this.
Oh, okay, so I fold it under and roll it around and hey, that looks pretty good. As long as you don't look at the bottom. So come on, there's gotta be an easier way.
Yeah, so next time try folding the dough under on all sides and kind of pinch it on the bottom so you get a tight ball.
That was way easier, thanks. Cover the balls and let them rest for 5 or 10 minutes before we smash them into disc shapes. They should be about as wide as you want your hamburger buns to be when they come out of the oven. Then let them rise for 30 minutes. True recipes call for lye, which is incredibly caustic, so make your life easier and use baking soda in the water instead and get the water to a simmer while we do the next part. This recipe makes 8 buns and we often make pretzels with any extras, so roll it into a cigar shape and then into a Play-Doh snake that you've probably made a million of as a kid. Cross it over twice and then give the ends a push just to make sure that it sticks. Put the pretzels in the simmering water for 30 to 60 seconds per side. The baking soda bath is the secret to pretzels' dark and chewy crust. After the bath, coat them with an egg wash of 1 egg yolk and 1 tablespoon of water, a little sprinkle of kosher salt, and then bake them at 450 degrees Fahrenheit until it looks brown like this, or about 15 minutes. After rising, the rolls go through the same process of simmering, an egg wash, with a quick score from a razor blade so that way they split in a beautiful pattern, and then bake them a bit longer, or about 16 to 18 minutes for pretzel bun perfection. You don't have to settle for plain buns, and with a little bit of preparation, you can find a wide variety of things that you could use instead, and take that regular old burger and make it something extraordinary.